Think positive.
Welcome back to the GHOUL-AMBROSE podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-improvement, self-discovery, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called Being Patient. More and more, I'm realizing how important patience really is, especially in moments where frustration is close behind and disappointment feels easy to fall into. Patience isn't something you think about when everything is moving the way you want it to. It becomes important when things slow down, when timing doesn't line up, when delays start testing how you respond. That's usually where frustration shows up. Not always loud, not always obvious. Sometimes it's subtle, in your thoughts, in your tone, in the way your energy starts shifting without you even noticing. This episode isn't about avoiding that feeling. It's about understanding it. Because patience isn't passive, it's intentional. It's choosing a different path instead of running straight into frustration and ending up disappointed by delays that were never meant to be rushed. Patience is understanding timing, understanding people, understanding yourself. There's a calm that comes with patience, a real calm, not the kind you force just to get through the moment, but the kind that settles in when you stop fighting what's happening and allow yourself to move with it. And that calm, that peace, doesn't come from pretending frustration isn't there. It comes from awareness, from noticing when frustration is starting to build, and deciding not to let it take control of your actions, your words, or your direction. Because frustration is real. Delays bring it. Unanswered questions bring it. People, they bring it. Life also brings it. And I know frustration from firsthand experience. I know how fast it can disrupt peace, how quickly it can throw off focus, how easily it can spill into places it was never meant to reach. Frustration doesn't stay where it starts. It shows up in conversations, in reactions, in the way you move through your day and interact with the people around you. And when it's left unchecked, it almost always leads to disappointment. Not just disappointment in outcomes, but disappointment in people, in moments, and sometimes in yourself. That's why patience matters so much, not just for results, but for relationships, with friends, with family, with the people who are walking alongside you while you're still figuring things out and learning who you're becoming. Urgency rushes understanding, and when understanding is rushed, miscommunication grows. Patience gives you space to breathe before you speak, space to listen before you react, space to pause instead of pushing when pushing would only cause damage. And that pause, that moment right there is where peace lives. Patience teaches you how to be present, not only when things are going well, but when they aren't. It teaches you how to sit with delays without letting them convince you that something is wrong with you or the path you're on. Because delays aren't always denial. Sometimes they're protection. Sometimes they're preparation. Sometimes they are alignment happening quietly behind the scenes. And when you don't understand that, frustration fills the gap. But when you do, patience becomes your anchor. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you stop wanting more. And it doesn't mean you stop moving forward. It just means you stop forcing what isn't ready yet. Patience is still movement. It's just intentional movement. It's choosing clarity over chaos, peace over pressure, understanding over reaction. It's learning that not every thought needs a voice. Not every emotion needs an immediate response. And not every situation deserves your energy. Sometimes patience looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like distance. Sometimes it looks like choosing to step away instead of stepping into something that will only drain you. And that choice protects more than just your peace. It protects your direction. Closing this season with patience feels right, because patience is what holds everything together. When the path isn't clear yet, when progress feels quiet, when growth is happening beneath the surface before it ever shows on the outside. It keeps you grounded while you're still becoming, while you're still learning, while you're adjusting without needing to explain yourself to anyone. It reminds you that not every moment needs a reaction. Not every delay needs frustration. And not every unanswered question means you're off track. Sometimes it simply means you're being asked to slow down, to listen, to stay present, to move with intention instead of urgency. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you aware. Because awareness changes how you move, how you respond to pressure, how you protect your energy. And peace, real peace, is something worth protecting. Before I close this out, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who listened and supported throughout season 1. The love, the consistency, and the support. It all means a lot. This space was created to talk about real things, real moments, real growth, and to move through them with honesty and intention. As the next season begins, I'll continue touching base on different things and different topics, some familiar, some new. One of those would definitely be more focused on the brand and the identity behind it, what it represents, and why it exists. There's more to unpack, more to talk about, and more to build on from everything we've already started. So, stay tuned. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for walking through season 1 with me, being patient. I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective. Maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about, because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself, stay grounded, and as always, be safe.